When you have 3 or more planets in a sign or a house, you have a stellium. A stellium is when the energy that a particular sign or house represents is incredibly amplified because there's a lot of focus placed there. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what it means to have a Pisces stellium and to have 3 or more planets in the sign of Pisces. Stellium is likely one of the most challenging stelliums to have to live with. Pisces stelliums have the ability to become the best prototype of what a human being should be like. And then at some point, they just spiral downwards into a hole and they become the exact opposite of that perfect person they once were. Pisces stellium people usually experience the very best parts of what it means to be a human and to experience this human experience, as well as the ultimate, utter worst parts of what it means to be a human being and to be within this experience, which makes life quite confusing for them. Pisces stellium people are really big dreamers. They often have big dreams and goals that they have set for themselves in their life. Now, there are 3 ways that I've noticed things can often go with Pisces stellium natives. The first way is they will work incredibly hard to reach their goal and to reach their dream. Once they have reached that particular dream in their life that they've wanted to accomplish, they lose themselves in that and they do not exist outside of that. What I mean by this is, for example, a Pisces stellium native can easily have the dream to open an arts and crafts shop in a foreign country. They'll work incredibly hard. They'll save all their money up until eventually they have enough savings to invest money into a little shop in another country. Once they have set up their little shop and they start selling their arts and crafts, they get completely lost within this existence. They do not have another existence apart from this. They live and breathe that arts and crafts shop. They live and breathe whatever it is that their dream is, and they do not care about anything else apart from that particular thing that they had such big dreams for. These types of Pisces stellium natives can live their entire life super content with just doing what makes them happy, and they do not need anything else in life. Another perfect example of this type of archetype is a sailor. It's a person who goes out in the sea alone and sails the seas and fishes. And they're so happy living that existence that they do not need anything else. They do not need anyone else. And that's all they really want to do, is sail their ship on the sea and fish. The second way it can go with a Pisces stellium native is they'll work really hard to achieve that particular goal. And then once they've achieved that particular goal, they realize that, okay, great, I've experienced my dream now. I've lived my dream. What more is there now? And once they've reached this point, they can actually throw everything that they've worked for away just like that. This is usually a person who will work hard their entire life to become successful in whatever it is they want to be successful in. And then once they reach that success, they literally just throw it away. People usually don't understand people who do this type of thing. But for the particular Pisces stellium native, all they wanted to do was to experience that dream. Now that they've experienced that dream, all they want to do now is just live within the moment. They don't have a dream to strive for anymore, and they can just allow themselves to just be within the moment. They don't have expectations they have to meet. They don't have goals they have to chase after because they've already done that. Often when this type of Pisces stellium has reached their goals and their dreams, they just start living in the moment and they don't care about anything else anymore. The third type of Pisces stellium native is the one who has a goal and a dream and who feels that they are doing everything they possibly can to reach that goal and that dream, but they never do. The problem with this type of Pisces stellium native is that they're often highly disillusioned when it comes to which actions they should be taking and what they should actually be doing when it comes to reaching that goal and that dream. And they end up doing all the wrong things and taking all the wrong actions, and they just keep walking further and further down the wrong path, further away from the actual goal and dream that they have. When this actually happens, the particular Pisces stellium native can become very, very depressed. They can become very unhappy because it can feel to them like they're never ever going to reach that goal and dream that they have. These type of Pisces stellium people then also resort to living in the moment and just dealing with what comes up within any particular moment. And they do not think of anything greater. But the difference between this particular Pisces stellium native and the other Pisces stellium native I suggested that also likes to live in the moment is that this one lives in the moment due to having given up on their dreams, whereas the other one lives in the moment due to already having accomplished their dreams. So the third type of Pisces stellium native doesn't live in a sense of contentment and happiness within the moment because they've achieved their dream like the other type, but they just kind of live within the moment and they don't try to strive for anything greater. They don't try to work on anything because they've already given up on that dream and they believe that it is not achievable and it is not accomplishable. What I truly love about Pisces stellium natives, on the other hand, is that they have this beautiful ability to dream a particular dream that only exists within their mind and their reality. Other people might think that this dream is small. Other people might think that their dream is irrelevant, and other people can even laugh at their dream. But to the Pisces stellium, that dream that they have is their everything. So let me give you guys an example of how this energy can manifest. A person with a Pisces stellium can be born into poverty. They can be born into a household where they're not given many opportunities or resources to create a life for themselves. They then have a dream to possibly open their own restaurant one day, but if you observe their situation, it will seem almost unlikely that they'll ever be able to open a restaurant because they'll never actually be able to earn enough money to get there because they live in poverty. They might possibly be uneducated. But the Pisces stellium native literally has what it takes to ignore all the physical conditions around them and to strive for the ultimate highest goal that they have. So that Pisces stellium native, I can tell you now, regardless of the poverty and the challenges that surrounds them, they will find a way to save up money so that they can eventually reach that goal to own a restaurant. It might not be soon. It might only be in 30 or 40 years from now. It might only happen when they're 60 or 70 years old. However, they will always hold on to that dream, no matter how silly and outrageous it might be. Very often when these Pisces stellium natives eventually reach this dream, they surprise everybody. And the reason why Pisces stellium natives have this rare ability to actually reach these dreams that other people would think would fail and other people would have discouraged them and told them, don't do that, it will never work, is because Pisces stellium people have this rare ability to overlook the physical dimension and the impact of the physical dimension, which is actually in essence a blessing. What I mean by this is a Pisces stellium native does not see the physical issues that they are being presented with. Or they might see it, but they do not obsess about it. They do not give it time and energy. They only think about the potentials. They think about what can happen and what you need to do to get that to happen. They do not think about why it can't happen. Now, on the emotional side of things, Pisces stellium natives are like sponges. They literally take in everything around them. They take in the emotions of other people, the emotions of animals. They take in the energy currents around them. So even though they're sponges, they're also mirrors. What I mean by this is people love to project their insecurities and their thoughts and their things onto Pisces stelliums. Often other people can view Pisces stelliums as these weak people, as these people who they can kind of just go off at and who will not defend themselves. But the reason why Pisces stelliums are these quiet people who don't always stand up for themselves is because they are mirrors. is because the Pisces stellium person is present to show another person their shadow self, to show another person their inner self. So when you're engaging with a Pisces stellium person and you start treating this person with disrespect, you start being rude to this person, it shows that this is the nature that you embody. When you engage with a Pisces stellium person and you're loving and you're caring, you're compassionate, you're friendly, it shows that this is the nature that you embody. Pisces stellium people have this very rare ability to bring out the true nature in everybody that they engage with, which is why I say they are mirrors. Pisces stellium people love to escape. They love to get away from everything and everyone and to just be alone. And very often people do not understand this. For example, let's say George is a Pisces man who's been married to Sue for 20 years. Whenever George gets overwhelmed, he gets into his car and he drives away. And he likely only gets back home into the early hours of the next morning when everybody's asleep. Sue doesn't understand why George has this escapist behavior, why he has to escape the world, why he has to escape his problems. But this is just what Pisces stelliums do. They really struggle to deal with the overwhelming emotions and anger of the people around them. Because they're like sponges and because they take it in so much, finding ways to respond to people in these heated situations is very tricky for a Pisces stellium native. And they'll literally rather just escape and flee the situation. Pisces stellium people also usually do not know how they will react and what they will be like before a specific situation. Because Pisces stellium natives, like I said, are sponges, they feel a particular scenario. They feel the energies of the places they're in, the people they surround themselves with. They then base their particular decisions and their actions off of what they're feeling within that specific moment. So this is my video on a Pisces stellium. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Check out the link to my Patreon below if you'd like to become one of my Patreons. And my Patreon, I offer direct communication through my Discord, where you are able to ask me various questions about your natal chart. I offer monthly readings as well as monthly horoscope videos based on your particular natal charts. I now also offer merchandise, and there's a lot of exclusive content on there that only my Patreons have access to. So make sure you check this out. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see some more astrology and spirituality videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.